Hi, I'm Julia Walker. I'm applying for Hunt Seat Level 3 at the Flat. I'm 26 years old. I've been teaching professionally at Flying W Ranch in Hillsboro for about 6 years. My test date is March 10th, 2018, and I'm supposed to be testing in a Hillsboro location. This is Abigail Capel. She's 11 years old. She's been riding at this facility for roughly about 4 years. She's been riding really hard with me for the last 2 years and started competing last year in English. And the horse that she's on today is Dixie. Dixie turns 17 tomorrow, which is February, what is today's date? February 25th. She turns 17. She was originally broken for Western Pleasure and English Hunter Under Saddle. However, she's been off for 5 or 6 years and has been out of the competition world for several years, so we're in the midst of trying to get her back. And she actually went to show, what was it, last year? Yeah. Last year she went back to show and she did excellent walk trot, walk jog. Abigail is, I would say, intermediate advanced level riding right now. She's also the same level in Western leg than she ever has been, and I'm actually very proud of her. So today we are going to work on moving between the gaits. We have yet to practice the hand gallop. She's still opening show, junior exhibitor, so she's not yet been asked to hand gallop. We have been working on auto changes. This horse is really well trained, but is still in the process of getting tuned back up, so it's been a learning process for both. So we're going to work on upward transitions, moving between the gaits fluidly, halting, and hopefully we'll be able to not divert from that plan. It seems like every time I come up with a lesson plan, depending on what the horse has to say and what the rider is feeling like, we sometimes bring out an Olympic pair and sometimes we bring out a rodeo pair. So here we go. You ready? So I want you to stay in this space in the upper end of the ring. We're going to avoid the cavalettis for now. We will pick that up a little bit later. Go ahead and do a walk for me. You're already a little tight in your outside rein. I'd like to see you leg her over a lot more. Remember, we were just talking about what that bit does in the barn. It will actually pinch the side of her cheeks if we use it incorrectly. Sit up straight, roll your shoulders back, try not to slouch. That's a true walk. That's very nice. Your corner, even at the walk, needs to be really deliberate. She's not really sure where she's supposed to be going. Oh, look at that. I can see when she's listening to that inside leg, that inside ear swivels. This is the kind of forward motion in a show ring that you want to have at the walk. When the judge asks for a walk, this is a nice walk. She's not dragging her feet. She's not too fast, because you get docked when there's excessive speed. They don't want to see that. They want to see something that's not like, you know how Smitham does when she doesn't want to walk forward. She kind of drags her feet. Tommy Girl is guilty of it too. She'll do it too, but she's got a little bit more motor, I think. Whenever you're ready, up to a trot, please. Rising trot. And I want you, don't feel pressured, okay? Think about which hip is engaged before you go up with the diagonal, okay? Ask for just a jog first, and then we can ramp it up to a true trot, okay? Okay, that's a lovely jog. Now use your visual aid. Are you on the correct diagonal? Yes, you are. Very nice. Now look, you're gonna have to separate. Yes, thank you. You nailed it. Very, very good. And you can talk to her. If there's some excessive speed there that you don't feel like she's listening to you, or she's hollering, she keeps wanting to not use her front end. She's hollering herself out. You can actually, with your inside rein only, okay, half halt with just your last 3 fingers. As you do that, you have to open your outside rein hand so that she can flex for you. Talk to her. At this end, please make a circle in reverse. Every step is deliberate. Your elbows don't actually need to be locked and forward, okay? Your elbows should actually be, think about trying to keep them flush with your rib cage. Yes. And then your hands separate over the shoulders. Remember to keep that elbow relatively flush with your rib cage. Which are you traveling in, madam? Left. Going left. That's right. You're a little heavy on that outside rein. I still want to see you separate your hands a little bit more over those withers. Yes, thank you. More from your outside heel. She needs you to block. When there isn't a visual aid here, she needs you to block. Yes, ma'am. Are you seeing the transition, the change in that horse? Whenever you're ready, try not to get too handsy, okay? More from your inside heel as you start to make the corner. Inside heel asks for the bend. Open your outside hand up so that she can flex. You can actually use what's called an open rein. And when you get to this side, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. I want you to halt right in front of me. Good. You're really tight on this outside rein. I know you don't mean to be, but you are very, very tight. Make yourself conscious of it. So an open rein, this is a really cool concept. You know how you ride with your hands like this, with your thumbs kind of up. An open rein, let's say I'm turning in this direction and I want my horse's head that way. An open rein is actually just a pivot of the wrist. And what it does is it shifts the bit a little bit without being overwhelming. Does that make sense? So as you're asking for a bend, you just pivot your wrist up and that rein will actually wrap around the bottom part of your hand. Your nails have to be facing the sky. And then you'll cue with your inside leg. And if you, this is going to be, I don't know if she's going to react to this the way other horses do, so we're just going to have to play with it. But if you do that and you kind of rotate your heel into her side and ask for the bend, you actually have to open your other hand at the same time. Does that make sense? So that she has something to bend around. And if you lay the outside rein against her neck so that it's just like this at the withers on just the outside rein only, as you're asking for all of that, it will help her turn. Got it? Got it. Maybe. Okay, let's try. So go ahead. And this is done in every bend, circle. So turn your inside wrist up, heel right at the girth, outside heel right behind the girth, outside hand touching her wither, like right on top of her wither, just ahead of her wither. Ask for the bend, ask for the bend. I want to see her nose. She's crossing a little bit underneath herself on the inside. What I want to see in her hip is the pivot. I want to see her pivot correctly in the hip. Oh, she's ignoring her martingale. Try to get her, yep, there we go. So start pushing with your inside heel. Tip that nose over. Block with your outside leg. Yes, ma'am. That was completely correct. Downward to a walk, please, as gently as possible. Very good. That was a stop with the feet. Very good. The walk. That bend is still so important because she doesn't see your line like you see it. She doesn't know that this is the end of your workspace. So you have to constantly, every single step they make, you have to make that choice for them. Otherwise, she's not going to carry you. She's not going to do it on her own. Whenever you're ready. Good. You felt the diagonal. Try not to tip her nose to the outside. Push her over with your inside heel. Do that open range concept that we talked about. Block with the outside. Lovely. Good blocking. Looks a little disorganized. She's kind of dropping her shoulder when she passes in front of me. I want you to use the space. You can pass right in front of us. Come on, whenever you're ready. Yes, ma'am, nailed the lead. Now look, she's fighting the martingale. She does not want to do it, so it's really important. Inside heel, the same concept. Outside heel, slow her down. Half halt with your feet. Half halt, half halt, half halt. You can do it. Look at where you want to end up next. Inside heel. Pick the nose up and the shoulder with that concept that we were just talking about. Yes! Half halt some more. She's really excited. She's like, yay! Separate your hands over the shoulder. She has to fight herself. Inside heel, push her over. I love that your countermeasures are so strong, but I want you to use your space. Flex in your outside hand. Open your outside fingers so that she can bend to the inside. Open those outside fingers so that she can bend. Inside heel, outside heel. It's counterbalancing. That corner was a little disorganized. She has to turn before she gets on top of the rail. She has to start turning by the time you get to the barrels. Turn, 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 turn. Much better. Much better. Downward to a rising trot, please. Your leg's a little floppy today, isn't it? Get her back under control. Ask for the organization. And as you're standing, it's a pivot in the hips forward. It's not a lean in the shoulders. Good girl. Tell her she's a good girl. Please reverse. She's nosing out a bit. Separate your hands. Remember, try not to, when you look down, your weight's down. Feel her under you. Talk to her a little bit. She responds that yes, ma'am. Now look, that corner though, that corner right in front of this camera, you fell apart. You were thinking about it. She got the stride right. Like her speed is okay. Her organization was not. It's not a circle with a corner in it. It's always a curve. Every bend is a clear curve. Yes, ma'am. That was much, much better. She's nosing out again. Yes. Inside heel and turn your inside rein up. Flex with that outside hand. Yes, thank you for letting go. And then back to a neutral state when you get more on the rail. Whenever you're ready, please pick up your canter. Not disorganized when you ask for it. She hollowed out immediately. You're pitching forward just a tiny bit. Use your space. Inside heel. separate your hands got really close together. When you pick up a more forward gait, I should say, get her back under control. And we're going to do it again, except this time it's going to be a lot more thought out. Collect her, yeah, thank you. Pick her shoulder up by rotating that wrist, flexing that outside hand, pushing with the inside heel, blocking with the outside. Keep your elbows a little closer to your body. Separate your hands over the withers. Part of the reason she's fighting it is because she's an old lady and she's been off. And part of it is because you're hanging on to her face. Heads up, other horses are running. She might see that and get excited. Inside heel, outside heel, blocking. Good. That last stride as you got back onto the rail was a little disorganized. As you start to come into the rail, I'd like you to pick up your lead, please. Oh. Nope. That's okay. Okay. So back down to an organized trot. You're cueing more with your inside heel because you are right side dominant. So set her up correctly. Put your outside heel right behind the girth, inside heel at the girth so you can still hold on. Pick her nose and shoulder up with that open rein that I showed you. Mm-hmm. She hates it a little bit. Now ask for it in the corner. Nope, try again. Back down to a trot, please. Organized trot. She's running out of it. She's excited. Talk to her a little bit. It's okay. Everything's okay. This is all part of schooling. We'll ask for it in a different place. That corner was really disorganized. You ran up on the bank. It was not thought about. Try to keep your pitching forward a little bit because your chin is tucked in. Are you okay? Inside heel to push her over. Now ask again. Tip the nose to the inside. Well, you've got the lead. You were a little heavy in the hand. So as you're sitting, half halt in the inside reins. As you sit, half halt inside, half halt inside, half halt inside. Talk to her. Easy. Block with the outside leg. Block with the outside leg. Continue to half halt. Slow her down. Half halt inside, half halt inside. Push her over with the inside heel. Continue to ask for a slower gait. Continue. Now she's starting to slow down. But as soon as she gets on the rail, she's like, oh gosh, I can do whatever I want. Half out with that inside rein. Flex a little bit with the outside. Sitting for a little bit further back than you're comfortable with. Keep your leg right under you. Don't let it swing. Talk to her. Easy, easy. Slower still. How slow can you get her? Half out in the seat. Strong core, strong core. Yes. Do you feel it? That's it. Don't let her come out of it. Try not to elbow. You're a little wacky chicken there. Keep your elbows flush with your body as best you can. Inside rein is the half halting. Outside rein is the flex. Oh, a little bit more from your outside heel so she's not up on the bank, please. Downward to a trot. So, obviously we need to work on the upward transitions, right? And the organization, getting into the upward transitions, because your walk trot's really, really good. But if we're going to compete, they're going to want to see you go between the gates, especially in hunt seat. They're going to want to see you go between all three of those. They won't necessarily ask you to extended trot. They might, and they might ask you for a hand gallop, which looks a lot like that. So that's what we're going to work on next time. We're also going to work on some cavalettis. I think she did really great for you. Is there anything that you specifically want to work on next time we do this?
The right lead.